Hello everyone and welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to see how can you use certain expressions with the word age to bring your English to another level. I hope you're ready. Let's get started. Let's say you are not sure whether a person is 21 or 22. In that case, you can say he is in his early 20s. Or maybe you're not sure if a person is, let's say, 28, 29, getting closer to their 30s. In that case, you can say he is in his late 20s. Or, on the other hand, if you're not sure if a person is like 24, 25, somewhere in the middle, you can say he is in his mid-20s. Or maybe you want to say, I have a son. He is 2 years old. Instead of saying these two sentences, you can make just one that will sound much better than these two together. So you can say, I have a 2-year-old son. Or maybe you want to say, when he was 22, he wrote his first novel. Much better choice to opt for instead of this when he was 22 is to say at the age of 22 he wrote his first novel. Or let's say you ask somebody, how old are you? 20? When I was 20, and you want to say something, instead of using this when I was 20, it's much better to say when I was your age. Or maybe you want to comment and say about somebody, he's only 12 and he's nearly as tall as me. In that case, it's much better to say, he is quite tall for his age, don't you think? Okay, I think you agree. This is a much better choice. Or let's say you want to say, in Australia, you can start driving a car when you turn 16. Instead of this sentence, it's much better to say, in Australia, the minimum age to drive a car is 16. So the expression to use is the minimum age. Or maybe you want to say, once you turn 18, you become eligible to vote. It's much better to say a shorter sentence, the voting age is 18. Or maybe you want to say, the government is considering changing the voting age from 18 to 21. Much better construction to use is, the government is considering to raise the voting age from 18 to 21. Or, let's say you want to say to someone, it is not polite to ask a woman how old she is. Different way to say this sentence is, it is not polite to ask a woman her age. Or maybe you want to say, many women will refuse to tell you how old they are when you ask them. Much better sentence would be, many women will refuse to say their age when you ask them. Or let's say you are commenting on somebody's behavior. For example, he is 28 and he still behaves as if he were a child. Much better and shorter sentence is, he doesn't act his age. Or if you want to say somebody, it is time they should start behaving according to their age, it's good construction to use, it's time he started acting his age. Or it's time you started acting your age. Let's say you want to say he managed to buy us some beer even though he was only 14. Instead of this, he was only 14, you can use expression be underage. And you can say this sentence, he managed to buy us some beer even though he was underage. Or you can use the expression the drinking age. In that case, this sentence would be, he managed to buy us some beer even though the drinking age was 21. That's all in today's lesson. I hope that you will use some of these expressions in your everyday situations, and maybe you can write us some sentences using these expressions below in the comments. Whatever you choose to do, I'll be happy to hear from you. That's all in today's lesson. Until next time, stay safe.